Right, Marc White with us. Right, where do we start with that sort of performance, mate? That is the worst performance I've seen for 5 seasons I've been at the club. I don't know how you felt.
I think first half was 100%, Gaz, and the first 10 minutes of second half. We always, we're the first to sort of be bolshy in terms of, when we're good and that, and we have to take the criticism that comes with it. I want to say really well done to Tunbridge and Macca. He's got his own injury problems and he set his team up today, and his focus was on what he considered our weaknesses, and he's done a great job of it. So I want to say congrats to him, their fans. I thought we're excellent. This is fast becoming one of my favourite clubs in the league, to be honest, mate, the way they look after our committee and me. So I think, in that respect, I'm pleased for them. I'm really delighted with our supporters that came all this way and they clap us off. Not many fans would have clapped off that team today. So I want to say thanks to them. But then, where do you start? Well, really simple. I mean, it was all set up brilliantly, wasn't it? The pitch was ideal for our type of team. I definitely picked the wrong side, there's no question. So I'll take my bit of responsibility. But whether you pick the wrong side or not, you don't expect performance like that. We looked lack of leadership at the back. We got people like Barry Fuller, Ed Harris and Bobby Joe that have played a huge amount of games. We left someone out of squad today that's played 350 Football League games. He won't be out of squad next week, We left Nicky Wheeler out, who's been one of our better players, because we wanted to just try a different dynamic today. On a big wide pitch, we thought that wingers that sort of ran and went past people would be better for us. But we didn't own the game. We started slowly. I thought we started in a manner that said, well, we're Dorking, we're going to pass you off the pitch. I warned them before the game, I could see it a mile off. I thought we were lethargic in the warm-up. The sun was out and we started slowly. The best way of summing up the game really was it was just littered with unenforced errors.
Yes, 100%.
Littered.
100%.
Kicking the ball off the pitch.
I couldn't believe it.
Playing into pockets that were not designed to play into. Just to sum it up, when we come out second half with all good intentions, we then have, again, a lack of leadership at the back. Slav and Baz mix up. And within 3 minutes of the second half, we've given away 4 corners, and one of which leads to the goal. Game over. Yes. It's like pathetic, mate. I want to be really respectful in these interviews. Do you know what I mean? Because it's easy for me to swear and shout and stuff like that. But to be honest, guys, we've got work to do, mate.
Well done, mate.
We've got a lot of work to do. The fact of the matter is, mate, we've won. I think 2 in 7, is it? I think
2 in 7. That's right.
In this division, that's not good enough. So. But I do look around the place and I do see them. The majority of them boys, it really does matter.
It was hurting. It was.
But I said to them, look, it's no point. Don't be sulking in here, because that's your chance out there to do something about it. I said, don't be feigning me into thinking, we finished the game brilliantly. We're unlucky because we had all the ball for 35. Of course, we're going to have all the ball for 35. Of course, they're going to sit in, and that's standard stuff as well. So, no, I thought, the positives for me were the fans, and I was, I do like Steve, and I do, respect what they do here.
Briggs, I thought that was quite positive. Yeah, I thought he looked good.
Yeah, I mean, look, and a word as well for Josh Taylor, because he was the best player on the pitch.
Good, yeah. I think it's the best I've seen him play. Yeah,
I mean, he's the best player on the pitch. It really mattered to him, the situation. So we were laboured. I thought we were laboured, lethargic. We're trying to take the load off training because we're trying to do better injury prevention. But then the only problem with that is sometimes you're not quite as at it on the Saturday if you're doing a really light one on a Thursday. Look, you can make as many excuses as you want, mate. We're not good enough. It's a long season.
Oh, yeah.
We've definitely got to do something about it, though. We can't just accept that type of performance.
100%.
First half was our worst half by a mile that I can remember. So that's it really, guys. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think we're quite similar, you and I. We don't, you know, it's a bad performance. We know we can play better than that, and we will play better than that. And as the season goes on, hopefully you and your staff will sort it out, and we will move on, and we will climb up the table and get where we want to be.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, but we've got to be more than just a name on a bit of paper and a load of players, you know. It's definitely been a surprise, if you like. I mean, look, let's be really clear. We're injury kind of ravaged, as Tunbridge were today. You know, we're desperately missing our talisman, Jason, and Rutherford. You know, and Wes Fogden. You know, these are absolutely elite players, really, in our setup. And you know, we are struggling to score goals, Gaz.
Yeah.
You know, for all the possession. My thing really is making sure that we've got the boys with us, the management team. I'm not convinced. I'm gonna have a word with one or two, and see where their heads at. You know, maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't want to play for Dorking. Maybe they're a little bit better than Dorking. I don't know.
Who's that?
Well, I just think a few individuals.
What players you mean?
Yeah, I think a few players. Only a very. It's only a minority. We don't ever get that here, really. But I just think a little, you know. Unfortunately for them, you know, I've been in leadership my whole life. You know, I've done, you know, for business, I've looked after and recruited probably about 10,000 people. You know, and I look young, but sometimes, you know, so I know when people are on board and not, okay. Guys. You know what I mean? I'd spot that in a mile, in a shot rather. So I want to just have a few convos this week, see where we are, because for me, you know, if you're leaving out like Callum Kennedy, Samuel Abb, Nicky Wheeler, these are boys that genuinely, it really hurts them when this club loses. So we've got to have a little look at that, mate.
Just one thing before I let you go. Free kick. I know Josh Taylor is a free kick specialist, but he hasn't taken any free kicks of late. So I just wonder, is there any reason behind that Bobby Joe Taylor's on them?
No, I think, yeah, I'm not so sure we've had any massive. We seem to, for some reason, keep getting them on the left side for a left-footed player.
Fair enough.
But yeah, mate, I think, listen, I thought endeavour-wise, I mean, Dan, by the way, Dan, the change with Dan at half-time, I didn't think Dan was to blame for the first half one bit.
Oh, no.
Just to put that on record, you know, I just thought that we was going to have lots of ball there, and I thought Kane's passing range would probably get us higher up the pitch, and I think it did. So I put Dan in that category as you know, put a real shift in, you know.
Sure. Okay, matey.
Cheers,
Well, enjoy the week, the match as best you can,
yeah, cheers,
and we'll see you next Saturday in the FA Cup, mate.
FA Cup, mate. See you there, mate.
All the best, mate. Look after yourself.